Hey Armstrong, how are you, man? It's probably going to be a relatively speaking short stream today. I got some things I got to get to. This has been a busy week for me. I've been kind of busy in the evenings. It's not normal for me. um, but in the last episode, I had left off saying that I was probably going to play offline for a little bit, and that with a game like this where the grind is so long, probably wouldn't be a huge difference for you guys, but that I was probably going to finish establishing us as a clan and buy a workshop. And so that has happened. Yeah, good to see that you're doing good. Getting close to the end of the week again, so it's not quite TGIF, but close. But let's take a look and see what's been achieved, I guess. So while I was listening to podcasts and news and stuff last night, I just played around with this game. So that was a few hours actually of playing. And this is how our guy looks now. So that's a big difference, right? And this all happened like towards the end of that grind session. I got this to drop off of I forget what you call them, but they're the higher level bandits, sea raiders, I think. And this wolf cloak, this wolf pelt here, that came off of forest rangers, forest bandits. I got some upgraded arm straps here that have the leather added on, and I got some metal boots. So our guy's in much better shape defensively as far as his armor than what he was. We're up to 38 on two-handed. I went ahead and dropped in another skill point there so that we can get to this one right here. Infantry in your party gain +5 experience for each enemy you kill with a two-handed weapon. Pole arm is progressing pretty well. Bow still has room to grow, but I don't know how far I'm going to take bow. Same thing with riding. I typically stop right here. So I just kind of don't know. One of these needs to probably skill all the way up, and I'm kind of thinking bow. I'm leaning towards bow, and maybe two-hander being my two that are completely filled up. I have no idea. I don't know. It's all like gut instinct. I mean, I don't have a plan, and that bothers me actually. Charm is not even to the first level yet, so I haven't dumped anything more into it. Trade is doing fine. Stewardship is plussed up as far as it can go. And so I'm kind of waiting until we get down to here as to whether or not I'll throw more points into it. And so that does it for our character. I guess we should take a look at our other guy. He, well, inventory. There we go. I need a good helmet. I don't have one yet. So we're still sitting at just 11 armor, which is okay, but you can get much better, obviously. And then this guy right here got a new shield. I got him a two-hander, so he's rocking a two-hander and a bow now. He gets categorized by the game as a horse archer. And then that brings up the next thing. We have, counting Urgil and ourselves, we're now sitting at 5 cav, because we have 3 Imperial Equites. I have a Vigla recruit here. He'll turn into an Imperial Equite as soon as he levels up. And we're currently sitting at 11 trained infantrymen and 12 trained archers, with 1 infantryman to join to make it 12 and 12 there. I'm sorry, we've got an archer also, so it would be 12 and 13. So I want to pick up 1 more recruit for infantry, and we can do that right now. It will have to be a recruit. There's no infantrymen available. All right, so my goal is then to Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. It's to level these guys. Get these guys kind of... Don't have so many groups here. I want everybody to be the same rank. So we should only have 2 groups of archers and infantrymen. And then we'll have the equites. And then we'll have our named characters. And that's what I'm waiting for everything to condense down like that. And then we're going to begin mass leveling these 2 groups. This one will be harder because we have to have war horses, and that realistic battle mod really makes war horses expensive. You actually kind of maybe want to get them off of combatants that you've defeated in the field. Okay, so the last thing to show you then is that we now own a silversmith. I just bought it, so there is no income. But if this goes like it did in my previous playthrough where I was in the Western Empire before I ran into problems with the save file, this is going to make us a ton of money. So we just got to give us some time to build up. And that'll handle all of our problems right here. We're currently expecting negative 163. That's not really even... That's accurate as far as the books. Like if you're doing your accounting and stuff, that is accurate. We are spending 163 gold more than we're making, but that's because it doesn't have us charted for any income. So 1, we've got the workshop now, which is going to be putting some income in. But 2, how did I get to 6194 in the first place? This isn't able to take into account the loot that we're selling from defeating bandits in the field and any trading that I'm doing. So negative 163 actually is really nice. We're actually we're in the green. We're not, I guess what you would call is in the black. I think that's the accounting term. We're in the black. We're actually making money. We're not losing money. And so we have a lot of overhead room because our workshop is going to spin up here pretty soon. But I completed our quest for establish your clan, so that's done, and our family is now stationed there at Diathema, or whatever it's called, and we want to finish this quest now. So we've got 7 more nobles to talk to, and that should be it for the kind of the brief for what's gone on while I was offline. Didn't get a chance to watch the live, but I watched the VOD. Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Sea Raiders are pretty much always a for-profit engagement. Nice. Lots of good loot. Yeah, that's how it worked out for me, too. I ran into a pack of 19 of them, and I got out of there with no casualties, I believe. And so it was all profit. What nation are you aligned with? I know the kingdoms are different from Warband. Okay. For the first time ever, I went away from the Western Empire, and we are aligned with the Northern Empire. And that's how I'm wanting to do this one. And this really strongly appeals to me because it's the most quote-unquote Roman. Gyrios represents the military approach, the colors. I know it looks wine red here, but they tend to be closer to a true red, if I remember correctly. So everything just to me looks very Roman to me, and it appeals to me strongly. The Imperial Roman, right? This would be the Senatorial Roman. But and so that appeals to me a lot. But the problem that you run into is that they're bordered by oh gosh, I'm forgetting their names. What are they called? It starts with a V. Valandia. They're bordered by Valandia, by the Batanians. To the south, you have the Aserai. And then to their north and to their east, they've got potential rivals in the northern and the southern empire kingdoms. So I have read online on multiple occasions that this is actually a really difficult start. Everybody's gunning for you. You get into multiple wars all the time. And I consider myself a noob, so I'm trying to find an easy start. Well, I know that me as a player, I have a really hard time with Aserai and with Kuzite, so that kind of ruled out Eastern Empire. My last playthrough, I played as a non-Empire nation, and I like them a ton. The Batanians are flipping awesome, in my opinion. Really, really, truly awesome. But I've already played as them, so I wanted to come in and play as Empire. That gives us enemies of Sturgia, potentially Western Empire, but they typically are busy, as I just talked about. And then you've got the Kuzite over here, and then maybe the Southern Empire. So I don't know how it'll turn out. This is Lucan up here. I've never done it before, but I did really like that Diathma had a silver mine in it, because Diathma is a more protected city. It's deeper in the interior of their territory than the Western Empire's Ortesia. Ortesia is under siege a lot, and sometimes it gets outright taken over. So, so far so good is what I'm saying. It's looking pretty good to be in the Northern Empire, but I'm just barely at the tip of the iceberg of this thing. Western Roman or pre-split Roman? Yeah, Western Roman over here for these guys. For us in the north, that from what I've read, the lore right here, I guess the philosophy of Lucan is more pre-split Roman. This is Senate dominated. It's more political based. This one's more military based, and I honestly forget what the idea is behind the Southern Empire. I just really don't recall. Batanian sounds like Roman age Celts and Bretons. Got to get some woad warriors. Yeah, yeah, and they are. And their army composition is phenomenal. They're based around archery and two-handed, and even their frontline troops all have. I think every single one of their frontline troops have a ranged element to them. They're not as well armored as the Empire is, but my gosh, they hit like trucks. They travel faster through the woods. They're an absolute nightmare to deal with whenever you're the player, and you're controlling this as an army. Boy, man, I had some real in my last series where I did Batania. There were some battles that I got into against people that it was just stunning how much I was railroading them, like how fast this military right here seems to be built around. They're like tigers. There's a lot of weight behind them. They hit like trucks, right? Tigers can be up to 500 pounds. I think actually even more than that. But the way that they hunt is they get you by surprise, and they are a one strike, one kill kind of species. They don't. Tigers don't really, to my knowledge, they don't really want to be in a telephone booth fight where it's last man standing. They try to assassinate you, and they hit you with the full force of their body momentum. And from what I have seen in documentaries, the kill doesn't actually come from their teeth sinking into your neck. It's the force that they're hitting you with actually breaks your neck. And that's the idea. And this military makes me think of that. They're fast through the woods. They can catch anybody on the map because there's so many woods on the map in most areas. And then they move fast. The whole army seems to be fleet of foot. Their archers are an absolute nightmare. They're the hardest hitting archers in the game, and they come equipped with two-handed swords. So if your cavalry comes in and hits these archers can bite back real hard. They can make you instantly regret your decision to charge them, because they'll yank their two-handers out and just absolutely massacre your entire cavalry unit. And then they'll go back to flinging their heavy-hitting bodkin arrows into your frontline troops. And everything's about sneak attack. They hit hard and then they're out. Hit hard and then out. Relocate. So it's a lot of fun. But as I was mentioning in the last episode, I don't know if it's because maybe the realistic battle mod is doing this, but these Empire troops, they're really, really strong because of their armor. And at the level that they're at here, you can see they have javelins. And so they've been doing some similar stuff to what I'm describing with the Battanian army. They're not as fast on their feet, but they're more stout. And they have this ranged component. And so far, it's just against bandits so far. But it's grisly, man. These bandits sit there and they try and fight with them. And then when they decide to run, these dudes throw these heavy hitting javelins and it's like a tree penetrating a body, so it's pretty intense. They either break your neck with a paw strike or they disembowel you with their hind legs while holding you down. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see, man. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get rolling. I'm up to 33 guys and I'm kind of drifting right around there right now. But I do want to get to 50 soon. It's just that, like I mentioned, I want to condense everything into. I don't want to have multiple ranks of frontline troops, and then I want to mass upgrade everybody. So we're still just fighting bandits at the moment. Oh, we could go get this hideout. Let's give that a shot. Did that not work? There we go. Wait until nightfall. And that'll up our reputation with the locals also. My stewardship is now up to 57. Okay, I count as the 5th archer. I kind of float between both, but my guy's set up for archery. And I might move to favoring two-handed in the future, but right now I'm best at archery.
Hear me! On my flank! Bow! Shoot at will! Infantry wall! Advance! Boom! Get moving!
What do we got going on here? My guys don't seem to want to advance.
Move! Move! Arrows! Move out! Infantry onward!
Yeah, see, they won't advance.
Forward!
So maybe they'll attack.
Bowmen! Follow your sergeants!
Okay, my bowmen are starting to launch.
Move!
I guess they don't have line of sight. Uh-oh.
Bow! Get moving!
All right, nice. All right, hosers, get up there.
Move!
My guys are starting to look pretty good. Okay.
Infantry, close! Bow with me!
All right, everybody's following me now. Oh, that guy picked up a shield. Oh, that's cool. So his shield got destroyed. And the AI told him to pick up an available shield on the ground. That's pretty awesome.
Bowman! Line up! Spread out! Put men side by side!
Okay, so we're gonna go into this tunnel right here over this cave. Oh, wait a minute, we got a guy right here.
Put men attack!
No,
Put men stay close!
knuckleheads. They won't attack this guy. It's the only thing I've found a complaint on is that they seem to be confused about. Get out of my way!
Close! Move out! Get moving!
My dudes keep getting in my way.
Soldiers! Move!
Like, I consider that guy to be the greatest threat, but the AI said for them to go up there. So I'm having, on this particular map, I have to micromanage a lot. Okay, I think this area will be empty. Sometimes there's a guy over here. Okay, it's empty. There should be a guy around the corner. I guess around this corner, I guess.
Bowman! Forward! Soldiers! Move! Move out! Footman! Cut them down! Soldier! After me! Bowman! Get moving! Move! Arrows!
Yeah, see, it's just...
Make a shield wall! Soldiers!
Maybe I can pack them together a little bit better. It's just really hard to get them lined up in the formation I want them in.
Footman charge!
But what you can hopefully notice is that my frontline troops are doing the majority of the work here. They're constantly in danger. They're up there. They're not getting a whole lot of archer support, but I haven't lost a single troop. And that's the toughness of Empire soldiers.
Infantry! At them!
Where's my backup?
Bowman! Move! Move!
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got... That's a pretty good compliment. So this will be a bit of a fight, I think. And get the overhand chop in. And it looks like I did lose a couple guys in that last fight. So we'll see if they were wounded or if they actually died. They died. All right, I lost one archer and one infantryman. So I need to replace them. Let's see, make sure that there's no upgrades for me. There's almost certainly not, but maybe there is for Urgil. That's the same kind of shield. Okay. Okay, so all of this will be sold. Relation increased by 2 with nearby towns. And we gained some charm out of that. There's one recruit to replace one of the ones that I lost. We got 2,600 gold just for that equipment. And then there's the other recruit. Okay, so I'm back up to 33. I've been thinking about picking up a Steam Deck, so I might be able to play Bannerlord soon. That Steam Deck looks interesting. It's basically a dedicated gaming computer that you would hook up to a monitor, right? And then you buy games through Steam just like you would through a desktop computer, except that it's a condensed version of that, right? Just dedicated to gaming. It looks really neat. In those close-in melees, I usually stick to vertical chops or thrusting attacks to minimize bouncing off of my own men. Okay, yeah. That's good to hear. Because I was trying to do that also, and I guess that's the way to go, because you're doing it too, so it seems to make sense. Let's hit these guys. It's a level up opportunity if nothing else. And here on the open battlefield, I'm able to better, I don't have to micromanage as much.
Pace up! Boom! Rider on my mountain! Stay close!
Okay, so I've got all the cav with me. I actually want to keep my archers out of this, which is a little bit insane. Well, they're gonna be in it because these guys are ranged, but I want my melee to level up. I have a Vigla recruit in there also. If he levels up, he'll join us with the cav. My guys look awesome with this blue and gold. That was a terrible throw, my dude. This. Just got him. See, that dude was armored up pretty good. Okay, did I get any level ups out of that? Yeah, one of my Imperial infantrymen leveled up. So that gets me to 11. And then a recruit leveled up. Oh, 34 armor. Is that better than you have? It is. All right, so you get those. Basically, yeah, talking about the Steam Deck. Okay. Yeah, if you wind up getting that, man, I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on it after you've had it for a little while. And how you think it stacks up against platform gaming, and whether you think it's I don't know if I'd say a replacement, but if it's a good gaming replacement for a desktop computer. Because I'll be honest, I use my computer almost exclusively for gaming and for checking the internet. you know, and I watch movies on it sometimes. So if Steam Deck can do all of that at less cost, I might just stick with that rather than rebuilding my computer every few years. Let's hit this group at 13. What are we making here? See, our workshop income is up to plus 97. And it'll go higher. It'll go higher.
Soldier, form a ship, move for foes on hold, horse with me. Arrow, lower arrows.
All right, so my archers are not going to do a single thing in this one, except my horse archers. That's got to be nerve-wracking when you're the other team and you see the enemy cavalry just casually line up on your flank like that. Yeah, being risky with those javelins. Don't hit our own men.
Horse archer, at them. Cavalry, at them. To hell with you.
Oh. Oh, see, that dude got hit with by, it was these guys. These guys threw one of their javelins and impaled them. Actually, that might have been one of my horsemen, because that looks like a Pila. Yeah, that's a Pila. He got hit by a horseman. I'm pretty sure. Let me click on the horseman and make sure. Yeah, they got Pilas. Oh, those things are nasty looking. Man, these guys are starting to look pretty terrific. Imperial Recruit. And I think we'll go Archer on that one. 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that's what I want. 11, 12, 13. Okay, did the right thing. $12 and 13. I don't need this guy. I have one more than I need. Okay. Oh, and we have a level up for our character. Riding. Okay. This is actually kind of a tough choice for me. Decreases accuracy penalty by 15% while you are mounted. Decreases accuracy penalty by 15% for mounted ranged troops in your formation. All right. Maybe not so tough. My reasoning here is that even though the bow's really strong and I want to level it up and it becomes my primary weapon in siege warfare, I am viewing it for this character as supplemental damage. I actually want a primary in two-handed and polearm. And I don't tend to carry very many archery cavalry. I do melee cavalry. I like heavy cavalry. I like that Alexandrian kind of approach. So this one's a lot more appealing to me. Increase your mount's top speed by 5% and increase your party speed by 2%. So there we go. There's my choice. And maybe we can go sell. Let's hit these guys. Also, we need to talk to Lucan and go ahead and join up as a mercenary.
Infantry, head for bowman, loose full hold arrow, bullshit after me, mounted on my flank.
There we go. Okay. So I'm trying to play the general here. I need to try and keep my horses out of it also. Just let my...
Footman, make a line. Attack!
Let my frontline troops handle it. Okay, there's the enemy right there.
Arrows! Loose arrows! Stop shooting!
No, my bad. That's my companion firing arrows. Oh my gosh, they just took him down with their ranged. Yeah, see? That's crazy, man. I mean, I panned around and saw 3 dudes fall. Right here, look at this guy, got 2 of them. This dude got one to the throat. Looks like this guy got hit by 2. This guy got hit by 2. I think this is the only guy that went down by sword. Everybody else got served with javelins and pilas. We'll sell stuff at Argeron. $13.30. We got 54 days of food on us, so we're doing great there. Ah, look, my Vigla recruit ranked up. Okay, so I now have 4 Imperial Equites, so we got a total of 6 on our cavalry. We're waiting on a couple archers and an infantryman. There we go. All right, we got 14 here. I think I can probably get some melee level ups out of this if I'm lucky.
Soldiers! Cut them bowmen! Stand up! See, shoot! Cavalry! Horse! Stay close!
I'm liking these colors. That kind of pale yellow on the blue. I think it looks real good. And it gets highlighted by the gold embedded in their uniforms. The brass. Oh, here they go. They launched. Oh, I just realized that might be why my frontline troops are having a hard time leveling, is that they don't have ranged. And so my higher level guys, oh, look at that, man. I don't even have to clean up. My higher level guys are getting the kills. All right, this guy did level up. So, okay, so now we're just waiting for the archers. All right, that'll be fast. Archers rank up quickly, just by the nature of how they do warfare. They get a lot of kills.
Infant on boat! Spread the field! Horse! Keep mounted archer! Follow me! Footmen! Move out! Riders! Get moving! All sides move!
So this guy right here, I'm hoping, will level up. And you can see his range is a little bit shorter than the other guys. He started firing a little bit later. Not a lot later, though. And then this guy right here is the other one. All right. I don't know if I was able to tell my frontline troops to hold their fire quick enough, because that's what you can do. You can command them to not go ranged, to not let loose of their javelins. Oh, I missed them. This is all them. And I'm pretty sure they dropped that last guy. But I've seen that tactic get used to really good effect. I learned it from a guy, I don't remember who I was watching, but it was a guy I was watching on YouTube. He was playing with a Battanian army, and he would get his frontline troops set up. Let's see, I think the way that he did it was that he had certain troops. They were like his shock infantry, and he had them set up in front of his normal sword and board front line, and he would command them to hold fire because they threw javelins, right? And he would set them up in front because that's who the enemy cavalry would charge. And when the cavalry was very, very close, we're talking like maybe 5 to 10 meters away, then he would command them to unleash hell. And they did. And they would hit these cav with javelins at short range, and it was a complete massacre. It was really impressive to watch these knights and horses just tumble to the ground, flip. The physics was nuts. You'd see horses flip into the air. You know, it was pretty incredible. Oh, did I level up who I could? This guy can level up, so there's just one more. Then we can sell equipment and go looking for Lucan. That's some of the most satisfying combat results. Watching a big wave of men marching to you only to end up being one dude by the time they get to you. Yeah. Can you set deployment priorities in Bannerlord? I remember that was a thing in Warband. Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Do you mean, can you program them so that some lines go out to a certain spot before others, or at a certain time or something? Because if that's the case, you cannot. What you have is this screen right here, and you can make new formations, and you can make them new mixed. You can make them mixed formations. You can add archers and infantry if you want. You can do all kinds of things, and by doing that, it's like the old Roman system where they had mandibles, and it made them more flexible. You could break these different groups off to go fill gaps and stuff like that. So that's what they give you, is that you have the ability to kind of customize how your troops are organized into their respective units. But then after that, it's just simply command the units and tell them where to go, what formation to hold. You can give them different formations. I'm always either using line, spread, or shield wall, but you can put them into a circle. You can put them into a square formation. I drew a rectangle, but a square formation. There's a lot of different stuff that you can do with them. I'm just not all that advanced.
Footmen! Move! Arm shields! Bows down! Sword hold arrows! Bowmen spread out! Cavalry! Horseback with me!
And we'll bring the cav back here and just let the archers plink. So for example, I could, if I wanted to, separate that one. Actually, I don't think I could. That was in the old system. I could do that. There's a lot of people, they don't like this new system. They like the old system where on your party menu, you could decide exactly what group certain individuals were in. Now you have more of a, you can decide exactly what group certain types of soldiers are in, but you can't select individuals. You can only select the type. So I can pick out archers and put them into a certain group, but I can't pick this guy right here specifically. And I used to be able to do that, but they changed their system. Ah, we didn't get that level up. I thought I did. That screen is completely new to me. What I was talking about probably won't apply until you start seeing battles with more units than can be spawned in at once. Okay. Yeah. And I still don't know if this is answering your question or not, but I can tell you that whenever you have battles, it's better to look at options, I think. My battle size is set to medium. Actually, I don't know why. I have the ability to do this, I'm pretty sure. So a maximum of 1,000. Well, what happens if you have armies that are 1,500? The way I've seen this game handle it is that those reinforcements come on automatically as you get whittled down. And I don't know if there's trigger points, like if you lose 100 men, but I do know that it's completely controlled by the AI. You have no say. You don't have a rally point. You can't decide which reserves or how many come onto the field. It's just simply when you fall below the max threshold that your army's allowed to be at. So if we set it for 500, then you'd start out with 500, but if 30 of your troops die, then 30 more troops come onto the battlefield. And from there, I do not know if the AI is looking at, well, did he lose 15 frontline soldiers and 15 archers? Then he gets 15 frontline soldiers and 15 archers if I have the capability of doing it. I don't know how it handles that. And so again, that may not be answering what you're looking for, but I figured I'd share the information anyhow. Here's 7 guys. I wish I could find a large pack. Need a big group of guys. Maybe I can try sending troops on this one. Sometimes I'll get a level up like that. Nope, not this time around. Let's go sell stuff. Forest bandits. Probably not. Our workshop is up to 144 gold a month. I'd like to find a group of 20 plus. I mean, 13, that's all right. That's worth chasing down, but it would be nice to run into a group of 20 plus.
Soldier, form arrows, arms, all stake mounted after me. Soldier, stop shooting.
Okay, so my frontline troops will not go ranged. And my archers are ready.
Cease shooting! Horse! Bows down!
So I'm out here just to kind of see what it looks like from the enemy perspective. So that's why I told my guys not to launch anything ranged. Oh man, that dude got laced up, man. He looks like a pincushion, 4 or 5 arrows sticking in him. Nice. But no level ups. Okay, well, I don't know how long I'm willing to wait on this. And I think it's just, I'm going to go ahead and press on. So we're going to rank up all of these guys. I actually ignore this Manavliatin, and I think that's maybe an anti-cav. I think he gets a pole arm or something. But I just like, I like these frontline troops. And then I'll stick with bows. Because I'm leveling up in bows. So I'm expecting to get bonuses to that will affect my army. All the bowmen that are in the army, so I don't want to go with crossbolts. Okay, that's how we're looking now. Put you there. Okay, that's how I have it all set up. And now I need to find Lucan. Heroes. Lucan of the Ostikos. 1075, 1084. He was taken prisoner, so there's, wait, last seen at Diathma today. What's our date? I guess we'll go to Diathma. Our date is 1085, okay. Maybe I can get a level up here.
Infants get bowmen! Give each other a pulse! Pulse! Keep close!
But I'm gonna just go after him with everything I got.
Bowmen! Forward!
Oh, nice hit. Barely got him.
Hey!
Well, it looks like we had 3 upgrades. Okay, the Imperial, that was good. So now I have 1 group of frontline soldiers. We're still waiting for this Imperial Archer. Okay. Yeah, and Warband, whatever reinforcements didn't make it into the initial deployment would spawn in when the last unit from the first wave dies. Oh, okay. So the whole wave had to go down. Again, not sure if it's the same in Bannerlord, but in Warband, the bigger squads of looters and sea raiders would spawn when there were a lot of the hideouts on the world map. I can't speak to that. That makes sense. That actually might give explanation, because I've noticed that as the game goes on, you start seeing bigger numbers of all the different kinds of bandits. But I think my assumption was that the game was just leveling the world with you. What you're saying here actually makes more sense and gives a better reason. So the more proactive you are about killing them, the smaller the squads will be. Okay. Let's just go off the assumption that that's how it is, because I'm guessing that's how it's actually working. I mean, these are the same developers, right? So they're going to have shared philosophies from that previous game. Last seen at Diathma. Is that still true? It says it's true. This is where I like to do little test saves. Let's call it temp. Because I'm going to have to pay money to talk to this guy. There he is. Okay. Revenue farming, no. Let's talk. That's a weird stance to hold, Bubba. Heard you may need help with a problem. Something I'd like to discuss. I would like to enter your service. My sword is yours for the right sum. Oh man, I paid money for nothing. You should seek your fortune elsewhere. Okay, well, let's reload temp. So what I have to do is I have to keep an eye on the diplomatic state of the Northern Empire. Which, actually, let's see, how do I do that? You need to be in a kingdom, and I'm not in a kingdom. Parties, fiefs, other, it's not going to be other. Settlements, castles. I'm getting close to clan tier 2. Let's see, there is, okay, encyclopedia is how I do it. Kingdoms, and then Northern Empire. They're at war with these war bands here, so I need to wait for them to be at war with a major kingdom. Okay, well then in the meantime we'll continue leveling troops up. How are we doing here? -62. Because I would like to get to 50 troops and start facing trade caravans, although they're notoriously difficult to chase down. But hopefully, because I put map speed at plus 10%, I can catch them. There we go. There's a group of 24. So then the theory being that there's probably a bandit camp somewhere around here. There's 3 mountain bandits.
Infantry! Raise your arrows! Loose rider on horseback! Close! Soldier! Onward!
I'm not sure what Tail Worlds did where you get that echo in the audio, but it only happens some of the time. It's not consistent. I wonder if they do it on mountain maps and they are trying to simulate your voice bouncing off the walls. Archers are firing. Frontline troops are closing.
Mounted archers! Cavalry!
Not yet. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, right there.
Attack!
They're all running now. Oh, I forgot. No, I do not have the talent yet where I give XP to troops off these kills with my two-hander. I don't have that yet, but I'm planning on getting it. There they are. I'm faster than you. There we go. All right. And everybody but my Imperial Archer is leveling up. That's too bad. Okay, maybe make our way to Rote. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have I forgot what they're called. Saddle horses. We do not. Okay. What could be traded? Anything good here? Maybe iron ore. That looks pretty good. Up at Diathma. And beer sells pretty good at Diathma. Well, what did I just buy? Salt. Give the salt back. Okay, so I'm spending 4,046 gold, and I'm banking on making a profit at Diathma off those two trade goods. And I do make a profit. Okay. Now, I know that wood sells cheap here. Well, it used to. Is that not Diathma? That's not. It's at Argeron. Yeah, Argeron has wood for cheap. No step horses. Okay. It'll sell at Diathma for 20 and I can buy it for 4. That sounds really good. Okay, I'm over my... Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted to do. Do that again. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm spending only 588 gold. I'm making 1,300. All right, let's go look for more bandits to kill. How are we doing here? We're doing just fine. Maybe recruit more troops. Start working our way to 50 troops, and I need to find saddle horses, which might be over. My best bet might be the Valandian area. So I think I'll start working my way that direction. This would be another horseman. Okay. There's a group of 12. Another horseman. I don't... Not sure how many horsemen I want to have. I think eventually 25, but whenever I have a team of 50, I'm thinking 10 to 15. So where am I at right now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're doing all right. I've never really done this map. I call it map speed cheat. I don't know if cheat's the right word. It's the way that I set my campaign up. I gave myself 10% additional speed to player party. And I've never done that before. I've always gone realistic. But, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I like being able to catch whatever it is that I'm looking for without having to find the limited resource of saddle horses. I mean, I'm still looking for saddle horses, but it's more to enhance my speed instead of being an absolute requirement in order for me to catch much of anything. Oh, that guy died. That guy died badly. Okay. Ever heard of Bannerlord Online mod? Oh, yeah, I have, actually. Welcome, Blackledge, by the way. Yeah, I had heard about it, and I forgot about it. And then actually last night, as I was sort of just watching. I was letting YouTube play video after video as I sort of fell asleep, basically. I remember a video came up that was talking about Bannerlord online, so I had forgotten about it, and then I was reminded just last night that's a thing that exists. Do you play it? Because I've never played it. Is it? Do you have experience with that, and what's your impression if you do have experience with it?
Infant shield wall! Onwards! Around! Spread out! Halt! Off! Also follow me!
I have played it essentially since it first came out. Back when the only thing to do was kill looters and farm. Yeah. Yeah. So I would imagine with other players that you're facing off against that's a more exciting match of wits, I guess, tactics and stuff like that, huh? Hey, Urgil leveled up. Just missed that guy there. Oh, my calves launching their range, so these guys are getting hit from the flank side.
Mounted under a hill! Double dead blue!
As of right now, there's currently quests, clans, clan wars. Oh, I bet that's flipping cool. 2 PvP zones, custom bosses, and a daily spawning boss with rare loot. That's a lot more than I thought. That's almost like a separate MMORPG. That's a lot of stuff to be added in. Next major update is supposed to add workshops and crafting. Wow, man, that sounds pretty interesting. Because I'll be honest, like I've just used Bannerlord. I kind of just tool around with it. I've never beaten the main quest. I've never played as my own empire. I'm still just trying to accomplish beating the main quest as like a vassal. And I have fun with that, and I tool around with it for a while, and then I go play another game. And I'm content with Bannerlord just as that. But what you're talking about here sounds really promising. That's a whole. I don't know how even to describe what I'm thinking here. It's like it's a whole totally different experience. I'm starting to get a bunch of different kinds of troops. I don't want to do that yet. Let's just level the recruit up. That's one of the things I kind of it irks me. This might be some part of my OCD. I'm not I wouldn't describe myself as having OCD, but I think everybody has their little idiosyncrasies. And for me, it's not having things clean and organized here, and it messes with my head. Like my eyes see a whole bunch of chaos with all these different ranks and stuff, and so I don't like it. And I try to keep everything condensed. It's another reason why I don't tend to mix troops. Like if I'm Empire, I play with Empire troops. If I'm Batanians, I play with Batanian troops. Let's sell it, Lageta. Okay, what's the status of the Northern Empire? Are they at war with anyone yet? I guess not. refresh it. Okay, so I can't really sign on until until they're ready to take on mercenaries. Well, luckily for you, batch training is really good in the MMO. Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Nice. You only want to use one type of unit. Oh, really? So you don't want to mix different unit types, huh? You just stick with one army type, probably because it keeps the same theme. Like if you're going to be Khuzait, be Khuzait, because Khuzait are gonna they're centered around horse archery. So yeah, I get what you're saying. That makes sense. I didn't think about that until you had mentioned it, but when you mentioned it, it made sense to me right away. Right now, I'm looking for saddle horses. Oh, this is an opportunity. Blackledge is probably sitting there being like, "This is so sad," right? Just play the online mod, because I'm like, "Aha! Look, a golden opportunity. We get to face 2 squads of looters." Oh man, that's funny. I would only have. Armstrong says I would only have one nation's units in my army at a time. Oh, okay, so we're all three kind of thinking similarly. Blackledge currently PvP is 5v5 at max. So you'll have a guy with full horse archers, a guy with full cav, a guy with full crossbows. Okay. And use those armies in combination. Oh, neat. That makes me think of some of the online matches I've seen in Warhammer, Total War Warhammer, where you'll have like a 2v2 or a 3v3, let's say. And the allies, each one of them will be a whole army of siege equipment. The other one will handle the front line and the archers, and then the third one will be cavalry. But they all form one giant army. And that's what you're talking about, right? And then they work in conjunction with each other on an overarching battle plan where each one has their responsibility, and they make a battle plan of who attacks who.
Footmen, get moving! Bowmen, move out! Rider, also with me! Footmen, arm shields! Move forth! Bows, loose formation!
Ah, there we go. My favorite thing in this game is cavalry versus cavalry. I don't know why. I really like going up against other cav. Oh, okay, you in trouble. I don't see that other horseman. I don't know if we already dehorsed both of them or what. There's one. I like the realistic battle mod. I've enjoyed it quite a lot. I think we have that other horseman out there still. Oh, there he is. Oh, he just got dehorsed. Okay. Wow. Soul snatchers over here. I didn't lose anybody. That's good. Did that one archer finally level up? I get no. he did not. All right, let's rank these two up. rank this up. What do we got here? 13, 16, 13, 15. So you can be an archer, and then you become a horseman. Okay, do we have any upgrades? 9. No, that's not an upgrade, but it might be for Urgil. Yes, it is for Urgil. Okay, looking at this. That's better. And then for Urgil, that's better. Oh yeah, our guy's starting to look a little more legit. All right. Correct. There's also this balance of commander battling as well, because if you die, all your troops just charge. Oh. So the way that the mod functions, it encourages people to seek out and duel each other as the commanders. Oh, that's interesting. That's neat. So you have a tactical aspect of this, a strategic aspect of army versus army, and which armies are doing what movements, pincer movements, stuff like that. But then within that, you have the scope of 1v1. Oh, that's neat. Sometimes things just organically happen, huh? Like, I don't know that was planned, but that's how it worked out. Yeah. That's cool. All right. Well, we're going to go over here and check out. Well, I guess I'm not going to check out Sargo. We're going to check out Jacqueline. And then I have got to drop stream, and I've got to go take care of my business for this evening. And I might be on later tonight, but if I am, it's going to be late. And since this will be video number 2, then I'll probably go ahead and create a playlist and drop these videos in the playlist. That just makes it easier to find all of them. Okay, so do I have anything to trade? I should, yes. They do. They got 24 saddle horses. All right, so I'm at a current speed of 5.4 because I made things easy for me with the campaign choices. Hold on. Where am I at? 20. So at 18, I stopped seeing an increase. Let's just make sure. Oh, there's a 6. And I'm at 22. 6.1 at 25. And go ahead and buy the last one then. Okay, so I have a speed of 6.1, which means I should be able to catch trade caravans. So probably in the next episode, maybe I'll go warlord for somebody else. You know, if the Northern Empire is going to be at peace for this long, I can temporarily merc for someone else, but I want to start chasing down trade caravans. All right, so let's go ahead and save it right here. Over ongoing 2. And check messages real quick. All right. All right, guys. Hey, look, wherever you're at in the world, whatever your circumstances are, I kind of do have this sense like much of the world in a certain way are in similar buckets of distress. We're starting to see a lot of people facing similar circumstances and stress. Seems to be a common theme. So I just want to extend my greatest hope for you and yours, wherever you're at, whatever your background is, whatever your context is. I don't care. We're all human, and we can all have empathy for each other. I'm not one of those bleeding heart types. I'm really not. In fact, you'd be surprised at how harsh I can be sometimes in my outlooks. But that tends to be whenever I look at large groups, whenever I look at individuals, I have kind of a different attitude, and I am wishing each and every one of you the absolute best in your own situations. So, with that said, again, I'm Aesop Grimm, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Done for now.